Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Untitled Chapter viewers. In this video, I have a quick little app review for Hurricane for the iPhone and iPod Touch. So let's get right into this. When you start it up, this is what you see. So you got now tracking, and that is obviously Irene, because that is hitting the East Coast right now, and then final bulletins issued for, and then you can scroll down through all of these, and they're color-coded too by, red being more intense and stuff. So I'm going to click on Irene real quick. And as you can see, it tells you when it was last updated. It's Category 1 hurricane. So I'm going to hop into the tracking map, which is pretty cool. So if you scroll down, you can see where the hurricane started. You can actually tap on any of these and see the wind speeds. It tells you what it was right now, which I clicked on down there. So that's what it was then, wind speeds and pressure. It tells you where it's projected to go, which is pretty cool, all the way up there. Yeah, then you can change the map mode here. So if you didn't like that kind of satellite view, you can change it to map mode. You can also zoom in, which is really neat. See exactly where it's going, and you can scroll through the different spots with this. So it's Category 3 hurricane, and you know how it goes. So I'm going to go back here, go into the satellite view here. Now this is pretty cool. It's got a bunch of different satellites here. So this is a floater 2 rainbow satellite loop. And I can just tap on it to stop it if I want to look at it, and then tap it again and it will continue looping. It's a pretty huge storm. So I'm going to scroll down, RGB, satellite loop, and water vapor. Tons of different satellites to go through and check out there. I can also refresh the loop or refresh this entire section here if I want. Back out of there, go into forecast. So latest forecast track, so this shows exactly where they think it's going to go. It's got different things. Let me take a closer look here. Tropical storm, hurricane, different colors mean different things. Then you've got your forecast model here showing again where it's probably going to go. Surface wind field, wind probabilities for the tropical storm wind, and then hurricane force winds, that's where it's going to be. Wind swaths, tropical storm and hurricane, and the intensity probability table, which is pretty neat. All of this I can zoom in on and check out. If I want to refresh it, I can just hit that and it will refresh it and bring it back to the top. So then I'm going to go into the radar. Now this is pretty neat too. It's got a bunch of different radars that are in the vicinity of the hurricane. So Wakefield, Virginia, composite radar, and Dover, Delaware, long range, reflectivity radar, and a bunch of different things, southeast radar, which it's not really down there anymore, so that's pretty neat. And then bulletins, of course, so you can read through all those. That's pretty neat. So that's just for Irene, or if there's a current hurricane when you're watching this, it should be up to date with that. Now I can also go to East Pacific here. Now tracking, there's no active storms, but there's final bulletin issued for, and then couple of these. And then the world, so now tracking Nanmadol and Talos, or however you pronounce that, and you can actually just click on that, go to, there's not as many of these because it's not in the US, but you can check on the satellites for these. Pretty cool tracking map. This can help you see where it's at. It's way over there, Philippines and stuff out there, so it's pretty neat. You can check out all of that. So there's also a news tab here on any of these pages, which you can check out. Then there's settings here, which you can turn the Atlantic, Pacific, or world on or off, metric or standard, and then there's a little information tab there. Of course, you can scroll up and refresh everything, and there we go. Now let's go over to this tab. That was just one tab. Now here's the past storms. Now this is really neat. You can choose Atlantic or East Pacific, but as you can see, 2010 there were 20 storms, 2009 there were 11 storms, and this list goes all the way back to 1851. So if I click on that, Great Middle Florida, you can see exactly where it went. It's a crazy storm. And yeah, that's pretty neat. Oh, what's this? Crash. That's actually the first crash that I have had, but I'll keep it in there because this is an app review. So, go back down. Pretty long list here. Most of them weren't named back then, but I can go through, check out all the different wind speeds, stuff like that. So it's pretty neat that it goes all the way back to, 1851 and beyond. Then I can check on the East Pacific and see there were 23 storms in 2009, 13 storms in 2010, and that's neat. So now I can hop on over to the data feed and look at this. So got Atlantic satellites, which I'll just click on and show you. Pretty neat. Atlantic infrared satellite loop. So a bunch of these different things to kind of look at and see surface temps and stuff like that. Pacific and world. So I'm going to go back to that. Then there's news and video. Looks kind of like a little blog. But yeah, you can scroll through that, and then of course the developer's Twitter feed right in the app, which is kind of neat if you want to keep up on stuff with the app or with different things. So Hurricane HD, I think that's actually the iPad version. They do have an iPad version of this. So I'm going to go back to 2011 hurricanes, and these are the storms. So that's about it for this app. It's probably the best hurricane app that I've used so far. I had a couple of the free ones, and they don't really get the job done if you live in a bad area. I don't personally live in a bad area, so with hurricanes, but just thought you guys might be interested in this. If you live on the East Coast or West Coast or any coastline, you may want to check this out. It's definitely the best hurricane app that I have used so far. So go check it out. I have a link down in the description, and that's about all for this one. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Peace.